Welcome to CryptoCast Daily, your fast track to today's biggest crypto stories. Like and subscribe to stay ahead in the market. Here are the top highlights shaping the crypto market today. Kalshi outpaces Polymarket in prediction market volume amid surge in U.S. trading. Internet computer bets big on AI as crypto markets play catch-up. Solana's Yakovenko says Bitcoin must upgrade to survive quantum threat by 2030. Kevin Durant recovers Bitcoin bought at $650, now up over 17,700%, after nearly a decade. BitGo files for IPO with $4.2 billion in H1 2025 revenue, $90 billion in crypto on platform. Michael Saylor, Bitcoin is building a base as Hodlers exit and big money preps. Bankrupt exchange FTX set to repay $1.6 billion to creditors starting on Sep. 30. HBAR slides 3% as selling pressure intensifies, finds support at 24 cents. Stellar's XLM slips below key support despite expanding institutional adoption. Crypto ETF Floodgates open with SEC listing standards, but price impact may be uneven. Crypto gives away week's gains in Friday decline. U.S. Treasury takes next step in turning Genius Act into stablecoin regulations. Bank of Japan's historic ETF unwind sparks market sell-off, dip in crypto. Valor debuts Bitcoin staking ETP on London Stock Exchange in move outside mainland Europe. U.S. stablecoin battle could be zero-sum game, JP Morgan. CoinDesk 20 performance update. Index drops 2% as nearly all constituents trade lower. Ethereum developers set Fusaka upgrade for December, ahead of blob capacity boosts. Crypto markets today. Treading cautiously, with smaller tokens showing froth. Doge, XRP get ETFs. Token traders say, meh, Crypto Daybook Americas. GRVT raises $19 million to bring privacy and scale to on-chain finance. Stay tuned as we break down the details behind these headlines. Kalshi is dominating the prediction market, exceeding Polymarket in trading volume.
From September 11th to 17th, Kalshi held 62% of the total volume in on-chain prediction markets.
Polymarket held 37%, according to Dune Analytics data.
Kalshi is seeing a weekly trading pace exceeding $500 million.
Its average open interest is around $189 million.
This surpasses Polymarket, which had $430 million in volume and an average open interest of $164 million.
This difference suggests quicker trades on Kalshi and longer held positions on Polymarket.
Polymarket is expanding its United States presence by acquiring QCX, a regulated derivatives exchange.
The Internet Computer Project is focusing on its potential as a network for on-chain artificial intelligence.
This could lead to artificial intelligence, not humans, becoming the main developer of applications.
While cryptocurrency prices are influenced by market factors, the underlying technology will eventually be recognized.
The Internet Computer first showed neural networks running as smart contracts last year.
These were simpler models than those powering tools like ChatGPT, but they proved artificial intelligence can run on a blockchain.
The Internet Computer aims to integrate the full artificial intelligence development and execution process on-chain.
This is described as a self-writing internet where users describe what they want and artificial intelligence creates the application.
The idea is that artificial intelligence will replace much of the current developer workflow.
Solana co-founder Anatoly Yakovenko warned that Bitcoin developers must prepare for a quantum computing breakthrough.
He stated there is a 50-50 chance quantum computers will break Bitcoin security within 5 years.
Yakovenko believes Bitcoin should migrate to a quantum-resistant signature scheme.
This concern arises from the possibility of quantum machines cracking the current protection of Bitcoin private keys.
Migrating to post-quantum cryptography would require a hard fork for Bitcoin.
This process would be complex and require widespread support.
Some in the crypto community, like Blockstream Chief Executive Officer Adam Back, believe the threat is not imminent.
Yakovenko argued that advances in artificial intelligence demonstrate how quickly technology can advance.
BitGo has filed for an initial public offering with the Securities and Exchange Commission.
They plan to list on the New York Stock Exchange under the ticker BTGO.
The company generated $4.19 billion in revenue in the first half of 2025.
This is almost 4 times the $1.12 billion from the same period in 2024.
However, net income fell to $12.6 million, down from $30.9 million in the first half of 2024.
BitGo manages over $90 billion in cryptocurrency on its platform.
They have 1.14 million users.
A majority of assets on the platform are concentrated in Bitcoin, Sway, Solana, XRP, and Ethereum.
FTX will release $1.6 billion to creditors at the end of this month.
This is the third major payout since the exchange collapsed nearly 3 years ago.
Payments will begin on September 30 for verified creditors on the FTX claims portal.
Funds will be routed through BitGo, Kraken, or Payoneer, arriving within 3 business days.
United States customer claims will receive 40% in this round, bringing total recovery to 95%.
International customers will receive an additional 6% payout, for a total of 78%.
General unsecured and digital asset loan claims are set for a 24% payout, raising recoveries to 85%.
Convenience claims will be paid out at 120%, exceeding the initial amount owed.
HBAR faced downward pressure, sliding from 25 cents to 24 cents, a 3.38% decline. Trading activity spiked with volumes topping 55.91 million. This highlights fragile sentiment, with bears in control.
Market factors continue to shape HBAR's outlook. However, trading volumes lag peers like Solana. HBAR showed signs of stabilization around 24 cents. This recovery on volume of 2.08 million indicates buyers are stepping back in.
Stellar's XLM token fell below key support due to institutional selling.
Between September 18th and 19th, XLM dropped from 40 cents to 39 cents.
Trading volumes were above the 24-hour average of 22.33 million tokens.
Analysts noted concentrated selling during overnight sessions, typically dominated by institutional flows.
The breach of 40 cents support suggests repositioning ahead of regulatory clarity.
Despite this, XLM saw a slight 0.05% gain as buyers defended the 39-cent level.
However, the overall trend remains bearish, with resistance around 40 cents.
Technical analysts warn of persistent downside pressure.
Bitcoin pulled back to $115,600, down 1.5% over the past 24 hours.
It is now essentially flat over the past 7 days after nearly reaching $118,000 on Thursday.
Ether has also pulled back to $4,460, a 2.9% decrease over the past 24 hours.
It is now down 1.5% week over week.
Solana and Dogecoin, despite initial excitement, are now flat over the last 7 days.
Solana is down 4.5% over the past 24 hours, while Dogecoin decreased by 6.3%.
Bitcoin has formed an ascending triangle pattern with higher lows and resistance near $118,000.
The market is currently consolidating around $115,700, near the rising support line.
The United States Treasury Department is requesting public input on the new stablecoin law.
This is an early step to gather information for formal regulations.
They are seeking data on key aspects of the Guiding and Establishing National Innovation for United States Stablecoins Act.
This includes issuer prohibitions and anti-money laundering compliance.
The public has 1 month to comment, until October 20th.
The Treasury is asking questions about reserve asset custody and comparable foreign regulations.
Their role involves addressing sanctions compliance and tax treatments.
This builds on previous efforts to address illicit activities in crypto.
Valor Digital Securities has launched its Bitcoin staking exchange-traded product on the London Stock Exchange.
This expands the reach of a product that began trading in Germany almost a year ago.
The exchange-traded product offers professional and institutional investors exposure to Bitcoin with an additional 1.4% annual staking yield.
It has been available on Deutsche Börse Xetra platform since November 5, 2024.
Each share is backed 1-to-1 with Bitcoin held in cold storage by Copper.
The yield is added to the net asset value, which is published daily.
Shares of DeFi Technologies fell 3.12% to $2.63 in early Nasdaq trading.
Access to the new London-listed exchange-traded product is limited to professional investors under current United Kingdom rules.
The $270 billion stablecoin sector has grown but is still less than 8% of the total crypto market capitalization.
This level has remained constant since 2020 according to J.P. Morgan research.
This dynamic could make new United States stablecoin launches a zero-sum game.
That is unless the crypto market itself grows significantly, analysts say.
Tether plans to release a United States compliant token called USAT.
Unlike Tether, whose reserves are about 80% compliant with United States requirements, USAT will be fully compliant.
Stablecoins are cryptocurrencies pegged to another asset like the United States dollar.
They are important for payments and international money transfers.
The CoinDesk 20 index is currently at 4,324.62.
This represents a 2% decrease, equivalent to 88.55 points, since 4 post-meridium Eastern Time on Friday.
Out of the 20 assets within the index, only one is trading higher.
The leading performers are Near Protocol, up 0.1%, and Avalanche, down 1%.
The laggards include Sway, down 5.6%.
Bitcoin Cash is also down, by 4.7%.
The CoinDesk 20 is a broadly based index.
It is traded on various platforms across multiple global regions.
Ethereum core developers have confirmed a tentative roadmap for the network's next major upgrade, Fusaka.
This upgrade is scheduled for early December with follow-up changes aimed at more than doubling blob capacity in the following weeks.
Before Fusaka reaches Ethereum mainnet, developers will push the code through 3 public test networks in October.
If these tests proceed smoothly, the mainnet activation is targeted for December 3rd.
While Fusaka itself will not immediately change blob parameters, the call outlined a phased approach to scaling blob availability through blob parameter-only forks.
1 week after Fusaka, BPO1 will raise the blob target maximum from 6.9 to 10.15.
Then 1 week later, BPO2 will push the limit to 14.21.
These incremental changes are intended to safely expand capacity without requiring client-side software updates.
Bitcoin is trading in a tight range, with $118,000 as key resistance.
Open interest in Bitcoin futures has increased to 149,000 Bitcoin, signaling renewed capital inflows.
Smaller tokens are showing strength, with IMX, Near, and Hash gaining over 10%.
Timothy Misser of BRN advises traders to maintain prudent position sizes.
AVAX is the only top 20 cryptocurrency with increased perpetual futures open interest.
5,000 Bitcoin in long positions are vulnerable to liquidation below $117,000.
Most major altcoins, except Link, DOT, and TRX, have seen net selling in futures.
Bitcoin futures open interest on the CME has risen to 149,000 Bitcoin, possibly from new short positions.
Spot exchange traded funds tied to Dogecoin and XRP debuted in the United States.
These cryptocurrencies are considered less serious than Bitcoin or Ether.
Some worry that offering these assets in an ETF format creates a false sense of security for investors.
The crypto market reacted with indifference, with Dogecoin and XRP both falling over 2%.
Other meme tokens like M, Pump, and Toshi experienced even steeper declines, nearing 10%.
Bitcoin and Ether also remain under pressure.
Consensus CEO indicated a MetaMask token release is imminent, and Ethereum is scheduled for a Fusaka upgrade on December 3.
Traditional markets saw the dollar index and treasury yields rise, adding pressure to crypto.